what's up, people? This is the Tenchi, and here's another episode of On the Brain. Now, few weeks ago, one of my best friends, one of my brothers, man, I consider him my brother, was having some problems with the ladies. He was having a few problems with the fear of sex, and his problem was he had two girls that liked him, and he didn't know what to do. Seriously. These two girls, one of them he's known for a while, and the other one, I don't know how long he's known her for. Both liked him. They had no idea about each other, but they both were kind of going out with him at the same time. And he calls me, asking me for help, asking me for advice. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry to say this, but you're acting like a player. He didn't want to hear that because it was his first time ever in this kind of situation, ever. And he comes to me asking for my advice. I tell him the truth, dude. You may not be a player, but you're exhibiting player behavior because you're juggling two girls at once, and neither one of them know about each other. On top of that, he gave them separate phone numbers to reach them. If that's not being a player or somebody with a little bit of an ulterior motive, I don't know what is. Now, keep in mind, this is the first time he's ever been in this kind of situation, right? But it made me think of a few people I know that have been in this situation before, but got in this situation on purpose. He didn't get in this situation on purpose. It happened. It happened, and it was kind of freaking him out. He liked it, but he didn't know which one he liked better because he didn't want to juggle them. You know, it just happened. And I'm like, dude, you either find out which one you like more or break it off with both of them. That's just my opinion. Because me, I consider myself as a gentleman. I wouldn't have the nerve to do that. I call that pulling an Archie, and the reason why I call that pulling an Archie is if anybody ever read an old school Archie comic, then you're introduced to this redhead kid from Riverdale named Archie, kind of, average, weird, kind of weird kid. His friends, Jughead and Betty, Veronica, and Reggie, this is old school, but it's still going on. Now, the thing is, Archie had these two friends, they were girls, Betty and Veronica, and they both had a thing for him, right? And when they made this animated series called Archie's Weird Mysteries, which, you can tell is kind of like a mystery show, whatever, I digress, they were both dating him at the same time, but they were best friends, and they already knew that each other was dating him. They had this arrangement going on. He would date one day, and another one the next. I'm like, oh my god, this is a cartoon. But it was a funny cartoon, so I still watch. But I'm like, man, Archie is a playboy because he didn't want to commit to either one. He was too committed to what he was doing in school, which was writing stuff for the newspaper and crap like that, and solving mysteries and and stuff like that, and hanging out with friends. He wasn't concerned about commitment or whatever. And then one day, they got sick of it. And told him straight up, either you choose one or the other, or it's done, it's over. I'm like, okay. This is strange. So when my friend mentioned this to me, it reminded me of Archie, because two girls, but in his case, they didn't know about each other. So that's not only being a player, that's also kind of being kind of secretive. I didn't want to put him on blast or nothing like that, but I'm just talking because I don't think relationships should be like that, really. I mean, dating around for some people might be fine, but it's like, man, you gotta take in consideration. You gotta take these feelings into consideration. You know what I'm saying? It's not just you involved, and you never know what people are really thinking. They'll be like, okay, fine, he or she will come to his senses and choose me. It goes the same way with guys as it does with girls, except sometimes us guys, I don't know what it is with that, but we try to be hard or whatever, act like it doesn't matter, but For some it doesn't. For some it does. Me, myself, personally, I put my feelings out. So it's like, you know, I don't know what to expect. It's a double-edged sword for me. I've been hurt before, but I've never been in that kind of situation before. Dreamed about it, yes, but I've never actually been in that situation. Anybody out there actually ever been in that situation? Know what I'm talking about? Hit me up. But man, my brother was messed up for a minute. He was seriously confused until he finally came to his senses and broke it off with both of them. But come to find out, one was kind of playing him anyway. So glad he didn't get any deeper than what he got. You know what I'm saying? I know, different format, different subject format, but that was on the brain. You know, different problems in relationships. Now I ain't Mr. Dr. Phil, man. I consider myself funnier than him. You know, but you know that was on the brain. Relationships, be it male or female or whatever. It's pretty much I gotta remember that there's always feelings going along with that, right? I had asked I had told my dad about the story, and he's like, okay, what's wrong with that? You know, because we're young, so of course we're gonna play around, but at the same time, can't string people around like that, because eventually they're gonna find out, and when they do find out, then it's you in hot water. That's what I told them. You know. But yeah, let me stop right here. That was on the brain. I am El Detenchi. Thanks for watching. Peace.